Hello and welcome to this section of the TI-89 calculator tutor. Here we're going to do statistical regression modeling. And basically what that is a fancy word that says that, you remember how we were plotting these scatter plots on the previous lessons, where we had the little squares or rectangles that would denote our XY points in our plane there. Well, the scatter plot just plots the points. But what if you wanted to try to fit a curve that kind of went through those points in terms of an actual equation? I mean, what if you had a lot of statistical data that looked like a parabola, let's say, and you wanted to calculate like which parabola would actually fit right through those points? So that is what statistical regression does for you. So what we need to do is go into the apps menu, go into the data matrix guy, and create a new set of data, or open a set of data if that's what you have. We'll just call it I or something. And so here's our guy. Now you can only do regression modeling if you have XY data. So just to sort of cement this, we'll go back to our example of the bar, the horizontal bar with the blowtorch at one end, and we're measuring the temperature of locations on that bar. So the first column is going to be our distance that we're going to measure away from the origin. So this will be 0.1, let's say, 0.2, 0.4. They don't have to be evenly spaced. 0.6, 0.9, 1.1, 1.4, 1.5, 1.9, and let's just do 2.0. So we have 10 sets of data. Now at these locations, we are measuring the temperature. So very close to the origin where the blowtorch is, let's go back to our example, 300 degrees, super hot, right? And what happens is, let's say it starts dropping very, very steeply right near where the blowtorch is, and as we get farther away, it kind of flattens out like this. So maybe it goes from 300 to 250, and then it goes down to 200. And as we get a little bit farther away, maybe it'll start to flatten out. Let's do 180. Let's say, let's make it drop by 20 degrees, maybe 160. Maybe 150 or something like that. 145, maybe 142, 141, and let's say 140 degrees. So let's say 2 meters away or whatever, it's still 140 degrees, but you can see from the way your data is constructed that you measured that it's dropping incredibly rapidly early on, but then it kind of flattens out as you get farther away. All right, so we want to look at this. And we want to, furthermore, pick a regression model to fit our data points. So the very first thing we do is go into the calculate menu, which is where the two variable, one variable analysis lies. And we have all of these different regression models. And I'm not going to go through them all because there's just too many of them. But basically what you have is linear regression. That's going to be trying to fit a straight line through your data. You have cubic regression, you have exponentials, logarithms, quadratic regressions. They're all just a little bit different, and they're going to draw differently shaped curves through your data, and you basically just need to pick the one that fits your data the best. And so I'm not going to go through all the details there. A statistics book will have all the details, but first let's just pick something easy. Linear regression, that means a line. We're going to try to draw a line through our data. So linear regression selected, we need to tell it where our x and y points are. So our x points are at C1 and our y points are at C2. All right, don't worry about the frequencies. Store regression equation 2. You do want to store the regression equation somewhere so that you can plot it on top of your data. So these are the different places to store the plots in the y equals editor, y1, y2, y3. So let's go and store it in y1. The reason it gives you a choice is because maybe you have an equation that you've been working on for 4 months and stored in equation 1 and you don't want to overwrite it. Well, you can pick a different slot. But for here, we're just going to pick equation 1. So we're all done here. We've told it we're doing a linear regression. Here's our XY data. Store the equation that you calculate for that line in this spot. Go ahead and hit enter. All right, it's done. It's calculated the line that will fit that data. Y equals ax plus b or mx plus b. A is the slope that's given by this. B is the y-intercept given by this, and it also gives the regression correlation and some other constants here that are basically discussed in your statistics book, basically telling you how good of a fit this line is to your data. So let's go ahead and hit OK. Now we've done the regression analysis, And if we actually go over here to the y equals menu, you see this line, this just popped out of nowhere. That's because it stored that line in y1 location. So if I just want to plot this line, I can totally just plot that line, but that isn't very helpful. I want to see my data on top of my line. So I'll go back into this guy. I'm going to go open my data set back up, which I put in I. Here is my data set. Now I've already done the regression. I've stored the equation that fits this data. Let me go to plot setup now. I'm going to define a statistical scatter plot. There's a scatter plot. Boxes are what I'm going to put there. And in the X location, I've got to tell it again. It's a little bit inefficient the way you have to tell it, everywhere where everything is, but let's go ahead and tell it C1 and C2 where X and Y data is. I'm not doing any frequency stuff. So basically I'm going to overlay a scatter plot on top of the line. That's basically what you're doing. So you hit enter to save that. So now I have a scatter plot, X and Y data. I've got a check mark here. All right. And just for giggles, let me go ahead and quit all this stuff and we'll take ourselves back to the home screen. So just let me show you what we've actually done here. Green button, Y equals menu. Here we have the equation of the regression that we've calculated that goes through there. If I click the up button, I will also see that I have a check mark next to a statistical plot. When you see these plot 1, plot 2, plot 3, these are all statistical plots up here. And this one is a scatter plot of the same data. So I'm overlaying both of them because they both have a check mark. This is a nice helpful thing for you to know. If you do a lot of regression stuff, if you're graphing equations and you have a bunch of scatter plots or histograms on top of it and you can't figure out how to erase it, you need to go up here and take the check mark off of your stat plots. But in this case, we want to see the scatter plot on top of our line. So we'll go to the window menu, go to the zoom menu, and the easiest thing to do is just hit zoom data, which will try to pick an appropriate range. So here we have our data, and here is a straight line going through our data. Isn't that pretty cool? So we have our blowtorch over here, very high temperatures coming down, and here we have them falling off. Now, the reason it drew a line through the data is because this is the best line that it could kind of come up with to capture the essence of the general trend of our data. It does start high and it does end low. And there's a mathematical technique that it uses to calculate the linear regression like that. So that's basically what it is. This is a linear regression because it's a line, but it looks pretty obvious that this graph curves everywhere. It's not a straight line. So linear regression is fast and easy, but it's not really that accurate. So let's go back into the apps menu and see if we can do a little bit better. So we'll go in here to data matrix. We'll go and open our existing data set right here. This is what we have. Let's go ahead to the calc menu again to select something different. Instead of linear regression, let's go select something a little bit better, quadratic regression. Remember, quadratics have x squares. If you're talking about algebra, I mean, a quadratic term in algebra is x squared, so it's going to allow it to be curved. Cubics are going to allow it to even be curved more, but it takes longer and longer to do some of these other regression models, especially with a lot of data. So let's pick quadratic, and let's put C1. So at this point, we have selected the quadratic regression, and we have told the calculator that our x values are in the first column, C1, and here the y values are going to be in C. Whoops, I've got to go ahead and turn alphanumeric on. So C2, like that. And of course, we're going to store the regression equation to a location. We'll fly it out here. Let's go ahead and store it in the same place, y1. Now, if you already have an equation stored in y1, which we do in this case because we just did the regression a minute ago, then the results of this calculation will overwrite the previous guy. All right, so let's leave it alone. Hit enter to save it. It's calculated the result. Look at the equation, ax squared plus bx plus c. So it's a more complicated equation with a square term that lets it kind of curve a little bit better. The coefficients are listed here, and it gives us a measure of goodness that you can learn about in your statistics class there, the correlation information down there. So let's go ahead and hit enter for OK. And at this point, we can go to plot setup. Now let's go and take a look and define this guy, because we want to plot the scatter plot too. So we've got all that set up really. It's a box plot, C1 for X, C2 for Y. So all that is really the same. So we'll hit save. We're going to plot this guy. Now if we go over here to Y equals, then we will see that this is the equation with the x squared term. This is the equation that was newly calculated from our regression, right, with the constants there. And above it, we've got a check mark next to plot 1, which is a scatter plot there. So we're plotting the points and we're plotting the regression curve on top of it. So we go to the zoom menu and then go zoom data and hit enter and see what happens. So we've got a nice set of data here, and look at our curve is coming nicely down and trying to fit that data with basically what amounts to a parabola. Now, notice this is a pretty darn good fit. I mean, it's starting higher and it's continuously curving, so it's much, much better than a line. Now, after we get through the end of our data, it does go up here, so it's kind of diverges from sort of the general trend. So it's not the end all be all, but it's a lot closer. And as you go back in and take a look at your data and select the more complicated regression modes, the cubics and the logarithmics and things like that, you can get this curve that it calculates to be closer and closer and closer to your data. And that's basically all I want to say about it. We could go through all of those modes, but at the end of the day, what you're going to do is try to fit your data with what makes sense the best. And so all you're doing is plotting that scatter plot, plotting that regression curve on top of it to see how well it fits. And you can see in this case, it fits the data pretty well. Well, that's all I really have to say about regression. It's a very fancy sounding name, but all it really means is you have some data, some XY data, and you would like to plot a curve that fits the data. And so what you do is you input the data in the calculator, you select your regression mode, and then the calculator goes off and does the analysis behind the scenes that you learn how to do by hand in your class to calculate the coefficients of the curve that you are able to select, the type of curve, and it calculates those coefficients to kind of thread the needle, so to speak, through your data set. And you can see in this case it did a pretty good job. So it's definitely handy to check your work, because to do this regression by hand takes a lot of calculations. You have to look at every point and calculate all those coefficients and then plot the curve. So definitely take the time to learn how the TI-89 handles regression, because it can definitely help you in the real world, and it can definitely help you on your exams. To be honest with you, and statistics is one of the most useful features the entire calculator can do in the realm of statistical analysis.